Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. Today we're going to talk about the Tillsonburg antique market. How did I do there this month? And then after we go through the antique market and the numbers just a little bit, I'm going to rip through another bin from the $6,500 NASCAR other collectible buy. This was the super heavy bin that I didn't want to go through last time that we seen it. There was definitely flags and I think some like hats and stuff on top. I'm not really sure what it is, what's in there, but it is really heavy. So we're gonna rip through that one here today in the video. So antique booth, how did I do? Okay, so let's start off with bigger sales. We'll call bigger sales anything over $20. There wasn't a lot of them, okay? But it did add up to be a lot overall. So if I go back, I got 3 pages worth of sales. So a $20 sale was a Dale Earnhardt clock. That would have came from the NASCAR buy here. Everything else on this page is all you can see: $8, $10, $3, $10, $15, $4, $3, $5, $15. There's a lot of like that $8 to $15 mark in here. Okay, page 2. There was a Budweiser jacket, NASCAR jacket. I got $115 on that. I sold a World Series 2015 promo poster for $65, so another print went out there. Tillsonburg print, $55 I got for that one. That was an offer. I got a call one day and they asked if I'd be willing to take $55 for the print. I said sure, I would. And then I actually did not replace it with another Tillsonburg print. I replaced it with a Delhi print, which I don't think I sold yet. But as you can see, if we just kind of look quickly, there's a lot of 15, 4, 3, 2, 12, 8s. Just not a lot of big items. I do have lots of more expensive stuff for sale there, but just not selling the big stuff this month. If we look here on the last page, another bunch of 5, 10s, 4s, a whole bunch of stuff like that. And it's a lot of like little stuff that's selling, which is good. So total sales at the booth this month, $990.05. Okay, I have to pay 10% commission on that. That winds up being $99.01. And then I got a card charge fee in here for $1.71. So actually my net sale, so what I get to keep out of this month is $889.33. So we are shy of our goal of $1,000, but the booth is really full. It's not super full. I've got a lot more room in there still, and I'm gonna pack it with more stuff. And all this little stuff is selling, so I'm still happy with it. We didn't hit $1,000 goal, but $990 in total sales, that's pretty close. I mean, I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Obviously, like I said, we're taking home closer to $890. The other booth, the booth in Delhi, if you're kind of wondering about that one, my rent there is $50, and I think the end of March, I think I just made over $50. So I basically just made rent there. The month before, I sold a bunch of prints there plus a bunch of small stuff, and I actually did well. I did like $150. This month I'm back to just basically breaking even at the other booth. So I'm going to load it back up full of a bunch of like NASCAR stuff, throw it in there, give it one more month. I had said I was going to commit to April. So after the end of this month, I'll let you guys know if I continue to stick around in Delhi with shelves or not. But as far as the Tillsonburg booth goes, hey, I'm still pretty happy. We didn't quite hit our goal, but I'm super thrilled to have a successful booth where I can sell, I only sold what, like 4 things over $20. Like, of course, there's $115, a $65, a $55, and a $20. Those were the only big things that sold. There's a lot of big stuff still in there, and there's lots of little stuff for people to grab as well. So, all depends on what sells, but all this little stuff, as you can see, added up pretty good. And all in all, I'm pretty happy. Let's get out to the shed and see what's in this bin. All right, guys, we have a super heavy bin here. I don't know if you guys remember from the last bin haul. I think this one was on top, and I was having a hard time picking it up, and we kind of popped the lid off. I know there's a bunch of flags in here, and we've seen some hats. So let's just dive into this one. Could be harder to show some of it when they're just a bunch of flags and stuff, but for the moment, let's take the flags. We're gonna throw them in here. At the very end of the video, I'll set it up and we'll go through all of these flags. Wow. A whole bunch of loose die cast. I didn't expect this for sure. And then I don't know what's down here. Okay, well, let's just go through. Eminem's hat, brand new with tags. That's going to be an easy, nice lister. A really cool Rogue One hat, Star Wars. This is good stuff for sure. Michelin tire hat. This will be nice, easy listers. This one's got an autograph here. I don't have a clue who that is or what this is exactly. I'll have to do some research on that, or what this autograph even is. Huh. Anyway, a second beer. I don't know if you guys remember I had a koozie with a beer in it before. It's gonna get wild in the shed. There's our second beer, apparently. Some more koozies. Okay, so this one, what's in here, Pogs? Oh, those are caps for like milk caps or something, right? Anyway, so I'm instantly thinking, like, this is cool, Tennessee State Trooper. I mean, it's very cool. I feel like this is a lot of booth stuff just because it's not new in package. A cool Coca-Cola truck with the key, but I don't have the box, so that's not good. What's all under here? It is just stacked up with loose die cast. Okay, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. Okay, let's actually... This is actually kind of crazy. And then magazine after magazine after magazine. So we got all kinds of die cast here. I'm not saying you couldn't sell them loose like this, and I'm sure you can, but it's just, for what it's worth, how hard is it to, you know, how to box these all up? You're better off to sell them. Throw a couple up here. Get this first layer off anyway. Better off probably to sell them like just locally in the booth. This is cool. It's got some, there's like some passes in here. Looks like an event program. That could be interesting. I don't know why he's got them all like this. I'll look these up. They could be valuable. I'm really not sure. Then we got another big calendar and another layer of die cast. And I believe this whole thing is going to be that. Yeah, there's more under there. So, yeah, this is an interesting one. I'm not sure what to say to you guys besides the fact that we can still go through the flags. I mean, there's a good amount of die casts here as well, don't get me wrong. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more just on this layer. I mean, even if they're, you know, $8 to $10 a piece loose in my booth, it's pretty good. I might take like a bunch of them today to one of my booths for sure, just to get them out of here. So let me just take this. I'm going to take this layer off. We'll take a look at the last layer anyway, and then I'll show you the flags. This one, I can see why it's so heavy with all these die casts in there. I'm pretty surprised, honestly. Let me get this layer out of here, and then we will look at the rest. All right, so I've got that layer off. There's a bunch of calendars. I just threw them in here, moved the flags over. So we're just going to take the calendars out of here. The calendars probably have a little bit of value too. A ton. But what year is this one from? 1983. Some of you could definitely want that. It's cool. Anyway, we'll throw that over here with the magazines. I'll do the same thing in this video. I'm going to go through all this stuff anyway. So if I find any of these things that are super valuable, I'm going to at the very least throw my listing on, if not a comp. But this is what's in the bottom layer here. Some more cards. Okay, there's another 1, 2, 3. This Dale Earnhardt is really cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I don't know. I would say out of those 12 cards are still probably $100, even if they're like $8 to $10 a piece, right? You know, we had another pile over here. We had a pile on the top. It's interesting. It's not just eBay stuff. That's the thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my camera up over here, and then we're just going to look through these flags. I think some of these flags are probably really good as well. Yeah, I can see why, like, once again, I can see why this is so heavy with all the loose cars and the flags and stuff. I'm like, these flags can't be that heavy. But now that I'm seeing all the cars and stuff, starting to make a lot more sense. Anyway, let me get set up here and I'll show you the flags. All right, so I'm going to do my best to show you these however I can here. So we have one. We got, this one looks like it's pretty cool. Let's see. It's got like a lot of Hot Wheels stuff on it. Okay, what else do we got here? Jimmy, I think this one is a Jimmy Johnson. These were all tied together, so it took me a minute to get them untied. Hopefully these are coming through the right way, not backwards, but you'll get the idea of what's here anyway. These are nice flags for sure. There's a ton of them. Got an Earnhardt flag here as well. Okay. Nice Budweiser flag here. No, not Budweiser. This is Miller Lite maybe. Different drivers and stuff, right? Really cool. Double-sided flags. Another flag here. I think I have this one new in package actually. It's the exact one. Kind of neat for sure. A couple more. Checkered, oh, there's two. So first we have, this might just be a NASCAR flag in general. Then we have number 12. Right there. And then the last one here, I think it's another Budweiser Racing Dale Earnhardt. So interesting for sure. Lots of flags. Now, when I'm filming the end of this video here, I have not went through every single loose die cast yet. I assume, though, most of those die casts that were just loose in this box will wind up in my antique booth. I won't Google Lens them or do quick research to make sure they're not rare or super expensive or something like that before I throw like a $10 price tag and throw them in my booth. If they don't sell in the booth, which I've sold loose ones like that before that I've picked up at yard sales, but if they don't sell, I would easily get some money out of auction at those as well, and I think they would sell probably in like a bigger lot. I could also sell them on eBay in a bigger lot as well. I just don't know how easy it would be to ship out without maybe damaging some of them, so it might be easier to, you know, put them in auction and let somebody else deal with that for sure. Yeah, so for the most part, you know, there's a couple of piggy banks in here that were good. Some flags were good. There were some good hats, but for the most part, there was a lot of that loose die-cast stuff, which I didn't really remember. I probably packed that box. It just wasn't memorable. I know there's some good stuff still over top. We haven't hit. There's definitely one of the better ones is still up there, if my memory serves me correctly. It was probably one of the first or second bins I packed, to be honest, because it was stuff that I was excited to get out of there. Just as good as potentially those bullet cards and stuff like that we had seen just a few videos back now. I do also, before we end this, want to thank channel members. You know, appreciate you guys for sure. If you want to be a part of the Fire Squad, you can join by just going to my YouTube homepage and hitting join. If you're not interested at all in channel memberships, once again, that's totally fine. I appreciate all you guys watching regardless. Okay, if you guys do like videos like this one, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.